had the pleasure of going to Jonno's house. I was in Adelaide doing some shows. Got a message from this guy, Jonno. He said, "Love your videos, can you come look at my house?" Then he sent me a YouTube link to his house. Went for about 10 minutes.
So I know what you might be thinking. What the?
Much to my wife's dismay, I accepted. She said, "What if this guy's a crazy psycho and he kills you?" And that looked pretty probable, but I decided to go out and check it out anyway. He invited me to his brother's 40th, which was also probably a huge red flag. Sammy, we're going out to this guy John's house. We're driving so far out. It's like 40 minutes out. Right, we pulled up. We don't know what to expect. My friend Chris is here and he's going to film it.
Oh my god.
This is, yeah, I mean, yeah, you don't want to shit on a place, but this does look suspicious. First impressions of John were not good. He had a huge rat's tail, a cat back, and he was hungover as hell. Hey.
Hey,
There you go, man.
Yeah, good. Just had a bit of a bender last night. So.
How much? Because you invited me to your 40th and we hadn't even met.
Oh no, my brother's 40th.
Oh, your brother's 40th.
Yeah, that was in the city. That finished at 2 or 3, and then we came back here till 8.
Upon entering Jonno's house, I noticed a giant Monopoly man, so I inquired about it. How much is that? How much was that?
500 in the end.
$500.
Yeah.
Holy
That's worth
cow.
$500.
Yeah. What happened? How do you get the money for this? Do you just save? Are you highly in debt?
Yeah, nah, I'm living paycheck to paycheck. I'm in the minus this week.
Even though Jonno's house wasn't that easy on the eye from the outside, I was in for a big surprise. God. Oh my God. This is insane.
Please, I'll give you that to click along.
So what, I just keep pressing? Holy moly, dude.
Yeah.
And what, do you actually cook and live in here?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then look, this used to be my pantry, but I needed to get out more stuff. So now my dishwasher is my pantry. And look how well it works. Yeah, so what do I want? Just get back to there.
This is the greatest place on earth, man.
Yeah, cheers. Yeah. The kids love it too. They're like, meow.
So, oh, you got kids here?
Nah, I don't have just kids come around.
This really was the greatest place I'd ever seen. And I'd been to Movie World twice. So this is all X-Men?
Yeah.
I love all this X-Men.
Yeah, I'm an X-Men man.
Yeah, that was it, dude.
Yeah.
I remember I lost it and it broke my heart. And Cable.
Yeah.
Man, that's awesome.
Yeah, so yeah, there's a lot of awesome stuff.
But through my terrible commentary and Jonno's blistering hangover, we started to connect. I went back and started watching the 90s X-Men cartoon. It was wild.
Yeah, have you watched 97? The cartoon, the new one? Oh, yeah. Mate, it's awesome, good. Yeah.
Now that I'd reached a connection with Jonno, I had to dig deeper. Why create such a wonderland? What deep down emotional reason? How did this start?
Basically, I started the Sunday markets.
Yeah.
Like, you know, just those car boot sales.
Yeah, yeah.
And you just get everything so cheap when it's secondhand. And then the more you get, the cheaper it is.
The results were astounding. His methods, even just as complex. Do you have a rule when you buy things? Does it have to be a certain type of...
Nah, just if it's the right price. Yep. And if I don't have it, it's the right price. And a lot of the time it is the right price.
Action figures from the movie Congo.
And code heads as well. Ren and Stimpy.
Both memorable yet forgettable movies. I think Jonno was impressed by my knowledge as well. So this is kind of Transformers anime?
Yeah.
Even though we'd built such a strong connection, I feel like to get to the real Jonno, I had to tear down the wall. I don't want to get too personal here. So, did you have like something bad happen to you to go, hey, take your mind off it? My hard-hitting journalism had paid off.
It was basically I'm a natural born entertainer. Everyone had kids and stopped partying, so.
Right.
I just spent my money on the Sunday markets instead of going to sleep.
The more I got to know about Jonno, the more I realised that he was a creative genius. No space in this house was left untouched. Everything curated, everything organised. It was great to get insight behind the genius. What inspired this to put all their plush toys on the top?
Water.
And what, this is the Terminator Predator part?
Terminator's in the laundry, but this is Predator and Aliens.
How could I be so stupid?
Stranger Things,
Man.
Back to the Future, Hook, Robin Hood Men in Tights. There's some Buffy back here, Charmed, Wednesday, The Office, Big Bang.
My brother and I had that one where the chest pops down.
Yeah, he's back there.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, he got two. Yeah.
Because I wanted one like that and one like that. That's the only time we get doubles. Yeah, so he's that one and he's that one.
Yeah, I had that one as well, and then my brother had this one, and it was like he carried it everywhere. And what do you plan? So you do want to open a museum here?
Well, I kind of have to. It wasn't planned like that. It just started fucking snowballing.
When you got this much stuff, you're like, I gotta open a museum.
Of course, there are sacrifices you have to make when living in an incel Shangri-La.
So the problem was, though, I built it too high so this doesn't stay up.
But within sacrifice lies ingenuity.
Jam of football in there.
Of course, none of this was as surprising as Jonno's career path.
And what is your job, man? What job do you do?
I work with kids with autism now.
I realised I had to speed this up. Jonno's hangover was really taking hold. He might not last.
Yeah.
How you feeling, man? Are you
I'm
struggling?
still feeling from it. And last night. But no, just going back. Just find shelves on the side of the road.
This just keeps going.
DC Alley around the corner.
Man, do you have like a maintenance schedule? You're like, I got to dust DC Alley.
Nah.
Of course, there are other things that weren't so surprising.
I've got like this mushroom garden with all the mushrooms.
Do you and your mates ever like take some illicit stuff and then just like sit out and just look at all these action figures and shit?
Maybe.
Do you have a partner or
Nah.
are you single?
As all the stuff shows, no.
Like Jonno's rat's tail and his hangover, this place just kept getting longer and longer. And more memories came back from my childhood.
Monsters in my pocket. I forgot about those. Dino Riders, is it?
Yeah,
Holy
most of those are my
shit,
childhood toys.
I even learned a few things as well.
That's a real old big buck hunter.
That's what I thought, but no, Audi did them for a while.
Ah, so it's an Aldi big buck hunter. You'll find a lady who'll be into this stuff.
Yeah.
Or a man, whatever you're into.
Nah, ladies.
Is there some toys that you've got and you're like, I don't know what this is? And then slowly you'll accrue them like...
Of course, nobody's perfect.
Have you got any Aussie ostrich?
Not Aussie ostrich, but I got Con the Fruiter and Aussie stuff.
However, our disappointment didn't last long, as Jonno took us through his process.
Oh yeah, he's got all $50 Transformers.
I could buy a whole box for 200.
Yeah, that's it. So
That's
you're
it,
like,
huh?
so you're looking for the bundles.
Yeah, I like bundles.
There's an old classic saying that Jonno abides by, and that is, when you've added 5 rooms to your house and filled them with toys, and you keep your food in the dishwasher, why stop collecting?
From here all the way to the end is like 78 tubs of stuff I've got from op shops that I need to film. I don't know why that's in a film. That's a sort one, but most of these are all to film. It's just stuff I've got from op shops that I have to open. See, like a whole bag of this, $5. One's there I've got to go through.
How much are one of these tubs each?
That was $7.50 each.
I reckon Jonno had at least $5,000 worth of tubs alone, but he assured me that there are economic dividends.
Everything in here is $2. Everything in here is $2. That thing alone's worth more than $2.
There's one tub that says robots, and there's another one that just says dragons.
Yeah, and that's just labeled ones.
All dragons. Everything here is a dragon.
Everything in this tub's a dragon, yeah.
Whoa, so this is the Pokemon table.
Well, I just got nowhere to put it yet, so...
I'm a little bit, underwhelmed by this whole thing. Surely there's more.
If you're a guest at Jonno's house and a little bit freaked out by staying in one of the 8 bedrooms full of figurines, don't worry, he's got you covered.
This is all like Australian stuff and world stuff.
Not only has he put this caravan out the back, but for overseas guests, he's made it as Australian as possible.
So what, when you have a foreigner, they'll stay in the Australian room?
Yeah, but I have Con the Fruiterer, Kenny, Hamish and Andy, Aggro, Blinky Bill. Here's your Plucker Dart, the Mitre 10 guy.
The Mitre 10 guy. Wow, you're a bit of an Olympic guy?
Yeah, I like Olympics.
Yeah, right, okay.
Well, I like people performing at their best.
Yeah.
Giving it a go.
And this is what you perform best at? Finding stuff like this?
Just finding stuff and making it look good.
You want to give back to the community with this?
Yeah, just open it up.
Smile?
Yeah.
And luckily for Australia, Project Museum was underway.
What is involved with setting up a museum? Do you have to get council approval?
I have no idea what's going to happen with that.
And if they don't approve, Jonno's prepared.
But they cannot tell me not to get people to see it, because you have to see it.
Yeah.
So folks, that concludes the tour.
It's got the Star Wars room that we missed. Made me very upset.
So yeah, I think we even kind of bypassed this as well.
That's all Marvel, yes.
We'd missed the Star Wars room and the Marvel room, which sounds like a sex motel for virgins.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so now we're heading into the Matrix.
Yeah.
So we completely bypassed this room.
Yeah.
Which is totally insane to me. There is a difference between you and a hoarder.
Yeah.
And that is that you've organised it.
Yeah. But because I work so far away, when I drive, I just hit all the op shops on the way home.
Oh, crash test dummies. Holy moly. I forgot about Sequest DSV.
Yeah.
One of the most boring shows ever. I can't believe they had action figures.
Yeah, that's the whole
so funny.
So
Such a feat of logistics and organisation could only be created by a mastermind. I had to get to the bottom of it.
Were you good at school? Were you a smart guy?
yes and no. Like I'm the street smart. Like I can't read and write very good.
Okay.
Well, I actually had to learn how to write and read again.
Only a savant of this magnitude can come up with the broadest answer in history.
This left ankle is $50 from a scorned lady.
So the lady was angry at her boyfriend?
Yeah.
Steal.
Yeah, it's a steal. It's like
I'm not even into Star Wars and I would buy that for $50.
Yeah.
What are your top stories besides that one of stuff you've bought? Okay.
I started to get into these really sexy statues. See that one there, like with her abs? Like if you're showing the X, the Wolverine one, like the detail in her abs.
Yeah.
Stuff. But the statues were going for $500 each. And I was like, these are like $1,500, $2,000 statues.
As much as I love Jonno, the ab detail statue story wasn't going to hold up. I needed something hard hitting.
Is there anything that you've just found and gone, holy moly? What's your best find that you found for free?
For free?
Yeah.
Oh, this thing here.
I couldn't believe it. I saw Jonno's eyes light up. He was ready to give me the greatest find of all time. Something I could tell my friends. Something that would make this video go viral. In a plethora of treasures and wonderment, there surely would be the greatest free find of all time. I'd never seen Jonno so excited.
And this glass is like, they're 20 kilos each. And this thing's like 40. I didn't even know how we lifted it off the van when I had the van.
Yeah.
I think it's like one of a kind made, like, all I know is that this shelf was worth thousands. It's like, just take it. And I was like, okay, I'll do that.
So of all the cool free shit you've got, you like this shelf?
The shelf is the crazy. I know. I've got all these toys and everything. I was like, but this shelf.
Yeah, look at this shelf, man. When you ran into this room, I was expecting something other than a shelf.
Despite being underwhelmed, this made me love Jonno even more. I realised judging Jonno on the first impressions of his hungover demeanour and rat's tail and inviting me to his brother's 40th besides not meeting him, he wasn't the idiot in this situation. I was the crazy idiot. I was the one with the red flags, judging people by first impressions. Not only did I get to see the coolest house ever, but I'd made a new friend.
Whoa. Dino Riders was wild.
I wish Jonno good luck with his museum, and then I hope to see him again sometime.
Thank you much, brother.
Nah, man. Anytime.
You're a goddamn legend. I want to come and see this again. I want to spend a day with you. Look, guys, this is the most fantastic thing I've ever seen. If you have anything crazy like this, please invite me. This has been the highlight of my trip, okay? And I stayed in a nice hotel with my wife, so incredible.
This is the greatest day of my life. He's got a crumpet.
He doesn't stop. He does not stop. We finished filming like 10 minutes ago, and he's already he's showing us Birdie Beetle, King Weenie. It just doesn't.